Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm illustrious female fan Steve Alicious here, back with the Weekly Tech Tussle for week ending September the 12th, 2021. That's when this will be airing. Of course, the Weekly Tech Tussle is a roundup of stories that didn't necessarily warrant complete videos of their own, but still things that I want to comment on, and of course get your thoughts in the comments section below. 2 stories this week because they came darn close to getting full videos of their own, so let's go over both of them. Germany and the EU proposing Android makers having to update their devices for 7 years. Okay, let's talk about this. I don't like it on the face of it. It's a good idea, right? People are using their devices longer. They're marketing it as kind of like an e-waste type thing, so you less waste. You don't have to throw your phone away. You can keep your phone longer. People are doing banking on older devices, so it's nice. You'd want security updates. So there was a bit of confusion, though, on Twitter saying, well, could you imagine if your Galaxy S6 had Android 12? And that's not what they're saying. It's security updates for 7 years, which is good. LG was notorious. The V20, I think, got 18 months of even security updates before it was cut off completely. Nothing else. It gets a little dicey after that with some of the older devices when you're running banking software, and there was compromises to Android and all the rest of it. But I like that companies were moving in that direction on their own as consumers kind of demanded more support for their devices. Remember Samsung with the 4 years now, and I think maybe a 5th year of security updates, not quite sure. You have Sony, you have Motorola, you have Google now rumored that it's going to be 5 years of major updates as well as security updates on the new Pixel devices. iPhone's being supported forever. So I like it being driven by the consumer kind of voting and mandating that with their dollars. When you start putting these things into law, even though the security updates might not be a huge thing, you'll get a lack of innovation. I feel like it'll put the brakes on it a little bit, because if companies know that they have to support features for 7 years across a variety of devices, then they might be less inclined to get that skin or that update of Android with all those features if they know they have to support all of them and all the loopholes that may come up for 7 years and the different costs associated with that. So I really would prefer, even though this is nice on the, it feels okay. You'd like more security updates. More security updates, of course, better than less security updates. You don't want it done through law, I don't think. You want that done with the consumer demanding those updates and saying, hey, listen, if you want me buying your device, I'm going to go with the person that's providing the security updates for the longest amount of time. The other big story that I wanted to touch on, iPhone 14 leaks. Gentleman by the name of John Prosser, who I'm not totally familiar with. I've seen some of his tweets in the past. Did a big video basically this week saying it was a huge iPhone 14 leak. Remember, we're getting the 13 announcement this week, but a 14 leak saying that the iPhone 14 Pro is going to do away with the notch completely. It's going to have a hole punch camera on the front of the display. And people kind of went nuts on him on Twitter. You know, from what I could see, he has a pretty decent track record. The leaks from the past are not over the top, and they pan out most of the time, so I don't really have an issue with that. It reminds me of a scene from The Sopranos where Tony Soprano's running his card game and Richie Aprile comes in, they have an argument, and basically he says to him, sometimes I think you think you're in a different business. And on YouTube, I think sometimes we could fall into that trap as well. It's infotainment, right? Information being the front part of it, the info, most important. People are spending their money. You can't go around spreading nonsense no matter how entertaining it is and expect to survive, expect people to trust you. But at the same time, there is an entertainment aspect to it. I challenge you to think of the best learning experience that you've ever had, and I can almost promise you that it wasn't somebody standing at the front of a room reading just facts and figures out of a book in a monotone voice. It was a teacher or professor that challenged other senses, got you laughing a little bit, made the information more interactive. Those are the ones that stick with you for life. A spoonful of sugar, right? And that's how it is basically on YouTube. Jerry Rig Everything. Love his channel. Really smart guy, does some innovative stuff. Are you telling me that you're making buying decisions based on a man who's lighting, he's got a lighter under a $2,000 foldable glass display for 20 seconds? Are you doing that? You got your Mohs hardness picks dragging across your flexible display for your Galaxy Fold? No. Are you making buying decisions based on? No, of course not. But it's fun. It's like you're a big kid and you've got the sunlight and you're holding that magnifying glass up to these $2,000 devices to see what happens. Right? That's basically what it is. And this other argument that, well, it's going to hinder sales, you can't be announcing iPhone 14 stuff before the 13 comes out. People are going to feel bad about their iPhone 13 purchase. You shouldn't be doing that. There's really no purpose to it. Look, when they came out with the iPhone 12, What happened? There was a leak that week basically saying they were holding the ProMotion displays, the 120 hertz, for the iPhone 13. Didn't hinder sales. The iPhone 11, it was leaked that week that the iPhone 12 was going to have the squared off kind of flattened edges that the old iPhones had, like the iPhone 4. Didn't hurt sales. The iPhone XS, they were rumored, they were going to add another lens to the camera system for the iPhone 11. Didn't hurt. Look, there's just always going to be this cycle. If you're an Apple user, you know how this works. You never can wait for the train to come into the station when it comes to iPhone devices. It's always just going to be going. You just got to jump on and hope for the best. Because if you wait for a complete stop on iPhone stuff, one iPhone that's going to have everything, you're going to be waiting a heck of a long time. Because that's just not how they run their sales anymore. They're always going to have that one feature, that other thing that they hold back because they want you to buy the one for the next year. So while I think, is it a little early? That's fine. But I think the hate that he got was unwarranted, right? It's information and entertainment combined. And sometimes there's more entertainment than anything, but that's okay. Sometimes I think we think we're in a different business. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-alicious day.